If you're in the market for a new TV and you want cutting-edge technology, stunning picture quality, and features that'll make your friends jealous, Samsung's got you covered. Today we're counting down the 5 best Samsung TVs you can buy right now. From budget-friendly OLED options to flagship models that'll blow your mind. Whether you're a casual viewer, a serious gamer, or someone who wants their TV to double as wall art, we've found the perfect Samsung for every need and budget. I've dropped updated links with the best pricing in the description below. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 is the Samsung S85F OLED 4K Smart TV. And this is honestly Samsung's most affordable entry into the OLED market, which makes it a great starting point if you want those perfect blacks and infinite contrast without completely breaking the bank. You're looking at around $1,400 to $1,800 for the 55-inch model, with the 65-inch running about $1,800 to $2,300 depending on sales and where you shop. That's significantly less than Samsung's flagship OLEDs. And for what you're getting, it's solid value for jumping into OLED technology. The S85F uses Samsung's OLED panel technology, which means you're getting true blacks because the pixels actually turn off completely in dark scenes. There's no backlight bleed or gray blacks like you'd see on LED TVs. The picture quality is genuinely impressive with vibrant colors, excellent contrast, and that signature OLED pop that makes everything from movies to sports look incredible. It's a 4K panel with a 120Hz refresh rate, which is perfect for gaming on PS5 or Xbox Series X, and it supports all the major HDR formats including HDR10, HDR10+, and HLG. The viewing angles are fantastic like all OLEDs. You can watch from the side of the room and still get accurate colors and contrast, unlike LED TVs where the picture degrades when you're off-center. Samsung's Tizen Smart TV platform is built in, giving you access to all the streaming apps you'd want. Netflix, Disney+, HBO Max, YouTube, everything's there and easy to navigate. The interface is fast and responsive, and the included remote is simple without being too stripped down. Now, the S85F is Samsung's entry-level OLED, which means it doesn't have some of the advanced features of the higher-end models. Peak brightness isn't as high as the flagship OLEDs, so in really bright rooms during the day, it might not punch through ambient light as well as you'd like. You're also not getting the fancy One Connect box for cable management that comes with premium Samsung models. All your devices plug directly into the TV itself. But here's the thing, for most viewing situations, especially in normal or darker rooms, the S85F delivers an excellent OLED experience. Gaming performance is solid with low input lag and support for variable refresh rate, so competitive gamers won't feel held back. The sound from the built-in speakers is decent for a TV this thin, though like most modern TVs, you'll want to add a soundbar for a truly immersive experience. The S85F is Samsung saying, here's OLED picture quality at a price that won't make you feel guilty. And for someone making their first jump to OLED or looking for excellent picture quality without going overboard on features they might not use, this delivers exactly what matters most. That's stunning OLED image quality at a relatively accessible price point. At number 4 is the Samsung QN900F Neo QLED 8K Smart TV. And this is where Samsung flexes its technological muscle with an 8K resolution display that's honestly more about future-proofing and showing off than practical necessity right now. Pricing is serious here. The 65-inch model runs around $3,500 to $4,500. The 75-inch sits at $5,000 to $6,000. And if you want the massive 85-inch, you're looking at $6,500 to $8,000 depending on sales. This is flagship pricing for a flagship TV, and you're paying for cutting-edge technology. The QN900F packs 7,680 by 4,320 pixels into that screen, which is 4 times the resolution of 4K, and honestly more pixels than there's native content for right now. But Samsung's Neural Quantum processor uses AI upscaling to take 4K, 1080p, or even lower resolution content and make it look better on that 8K panel. The Neo QLED technology uses mini LED backlighting with quantum dots, creating incredibly bright images. We're talking peak brightness around 2,000 to 3,000 nits depending on the scene. That means this TV absolutely dominates in bright rooms and makes HDR content look spectacular with highlights that really pop. The contrast is excellent for an LED TV thanks to those mini LEDs providing precise local dimming, and the colors are vibrant and accurate thanks to the quantum dot layer. It's got a 120Hz refresh rate, full gaming features including HDMI 2.1 on all 4 ports, variable refresh rate, and extremely low input lag. Samsung's Object Tracking Sound Pro uses built-in speakers positioned around the TV to create movement in the audio that follows what's happening on screen, which is legitimately impressive without a soundbar. The design is stunning with an almost invisible bezel. Samsung calls it the Infinity Screen, and it comes with the One Connect box that keeps all your cables in one place away from the TV itself for clean wall mounting. The Tizen Smart Platform is fast and loaded with features, and the included solar cell remote charges from indoor light so you never need to replace batteries. Now here's the reality check. There's almost no native 8K content available. YouTube has some 8K videos, but streaming services max out at 4K, and there's no 8K broadcast TV or gaming content. So you're buying this for the upscaling technology and those premium features like the incredible brightness, advanced gaming capabilities, and that sleek design. The QN900F is Samsung's showcase product. It's what they want to demonstrate is possible with their technology. If you've got the budget and you want the absolute latest and greatest with bragging rights to match, or if you're future-proofing for when 8K content actually becomes common, the QN900F is impressive. But for most people, that money could be better spent on a lower resolution TV and a killer sound system. This is for enthusiasts who want cutting-edge tech regardless of practical limitations. Right in the middle at number 3, we've got Samsung the Frame 4K QLED Smart TV. And this is Samsung's solution for people who want excellent picture quality but hate having a big black rectangle dominating their living room when the TV's off. Pricing runs from about $1,000 for the 43-inch model up to $3,000 for the 75-inch, with the popular 55-inch sitting around $1,400 to $1,700 depending on sales. You're also probably going to want one of Samsung's customizable bezels, which run another $100 to $200. But they're what really sell the art display aesthetic. The frame uses QLED technology with quantum dots for vibrant, accurate colors and decent brightness levels that work well in most lighting conditions. The 4K resolution is sharp, and the picture quality during normal TV watching is genuinely good. This isn't a case of sacrificing performance for style. It's got a 120 Hz refresh rate on the newer models, full gaming features with HDMI 2.1, and Samsung's Tizen Smart Platform for all your streaming needs. But the real selling point is art mode. When you're not actively watching TV, the frame displays artwork, family photos, or other images using a matte anti-glare screen that makes it actually look like a framed picture on your wall rather than a turned-off TV. The built-in motion sensor detects when someone's in the room and turns the display on, then shuts it off when the room's empty to save power. Samsung offers a subscription service called Art Store with thousands of pieces from museums and galleries worldwide. Or you can upload your own photos and artwork. The customizable bezels come in different colors and styles: modern, beveled, wood look, letting you match your decor. The matte screen is crucial to the art display effect, but it does slightly impact picture quality compared to glossy screens on traditional TVs. Colors might appear a tiny bit more muted, and in really dark rooms, the blacks aren't quite as deep as you'd get from Samsung's other QLED or OLED models. But honestly, for most viewing, it's not a noticeable problem, and you're making that trade-off for the aesthetic benefits when the TV's off. The no-gap wall mount is included, letting you hang the frame flush against the wall like an actual picture frame. And the One Connect box means only one nearly invisible cable runs to the display. The built-in speakers are decent for a TV this thin, but you'll probably want external audio for movies and serious viewing. What makes the frame special is that it's a genuinely good TV that happens to also solve the problem of, I hate how my TV looks when it's off. If you care about interior design and want your TV to blend into or enhance your space rather than dominate it, the frame delivers on that promise without sacrificing too much in terms of actual TV performance. It's a lifestyle product that's also a legitimately capable television, and that combination is harder to pull off than it sounds. Coming in strong at number 2 is the Samsung QN90F Neo QLED 4K Smart TV, and this is basically Samsung's flagship 4K TV that doesn't compromise on anything. Pricing sits around $1,800 to $2,400 for the 55-inch, $2,400 to $3,200 for the 65-inch, and $3,500 to $4,500 for the 75-inch depending on where you shop in sales. That's premium pricing, but you're getting premium performance across the board without the 8K upcharge. The QN90F uses Neo QLED technology, which combines mini LED backlighting with quantum dots to create an image that rivals OLED in many ways while exceeding it in others. The mini LED array provides precise local dimming with minimal blooming, delivering deep blacks and excellent contrast for an LED TV. Peak brightness is incredible. We're talking 1,500 to 2,000 nits or more, depending on the content, which means HDR looks spectacular, and this TV absolutely crushes it in bright rooms where OLEDs might struggle. The quantum dot layer produces vibrant, accurate colors across a wide color gamut, and the anti-glare screen coating means you can watch comfortably even with windows or lights behind your seating position. The 4K resolution is sharp, and Samsung's neural quantum processor does excellent upscaling of lower resolution content. The 120Hz native refresh rate, HDMI 2.1 on all 4 ports, variable refresh rate support, and extremely low input lag make this an exceptional gaming TV. It's one of the best displays you can buy for PS5 or Xbox Series X gaming. Samsung's Object Tracking Sound Pro creates spatial audio from the built-in speakers. And while it's impressive for TV speakers, you'll still want a soundbar or surround system for the best experience. The design is premium with slim bezels and multiple mounting options. Plus, it comes with the One Connect box for clean cable management if you're wall mounting. The Tizen Smart platform is fast, comprehensive, and supports every streaming service you'd want. Samsung's multi-view feature lets you display content from 2 sources simultaneously. Watch the game while keeping an eye on another channel or your security camera feed. The Ambient Mode Plus can display useful information, blend with your wall color, or show decorative patterns when you're not actively watching content. Where the QN90F really earns its number 2 spot is in the combination of no-compromise performance, excellent brightness, great contrast, vibrant colors, gaming features, smart capabilities, all in one package. Unlike OLED, you don't have to worry about burn-in from static images or logos, which matters if you watch a lot of news or sports with persistent channel graphics. The viewing angles are better than typical LED TVs thanks to Samsung's anti-reflection technology, though still not quite as good as OLED. The QN90F is Samsung's answer to, what if we made the best 4K TV possible without switching to OLED? And for many people, especially those with bright rooms or who do a lot of gaming, this might actually be the better choice than OLED, despite OLED's perfect blacks. It's bright, colorful, fast, feature-packed, and beautiful to look at both on and off. And taking the top spot at number 1 is the Samsung S95F OLED 4K Smart TV. And this is Samsung's flagship OLED that represents the absolute pinnacle of what they can do with display technology right now. Pricing is serious. The 55-inch runs around $2,200 to $2,800. The 65-inch sites at $3,000 to $3,800, and the 77-inch hits $4,500 to $5,500 depending on sales and retailer. You're paying flagship prices for flagship performance, and what you get in return is arguably the best overall picture quality available in a consumer TV. The S95F uses Samsung's QD-OLED technology, which combines OLED's perfect blacks and infinite contrast with quantum dots for color production, creating something that exceeds traditional OLED in several ways. You get those perfect pixel-level blacks because each pixel can turn completely off, but the quantum dot layer produces colors that are more vibrant and achieve higher brightness levels than standard OLED panels. Peak brightness reaches around 1,500 to 2,000 nits in highlights, which is exceptional for OLED and means HDR content looks absolutely spectacular. The color accuracy and saturation are incredible. This is a display that makes everything from movies to nature documentaries to video games look phenomenal. The 4K resolution is razor sharp, and the neural quantum processor does excellent work upscaling lower resolution content. It's got a 144Hz refresh rate on the newer models, full HDMI 2.1 support, variable refresh rate, and incredibly low input lag, making it perfect for gaming. This is legitimately one of the best gaming TVs you can buy for any platform. Samsung's Tizen Smart platform is fast and comprehensive. The interface is intuitive, and every streaming service and app you'd want is available. The design is stunning with a nearly invisible bezel and premium build quality throughout. It includes the One Connect box for clean cable management and easy cable access without reaching behind the TV. The anti-glare screen coating is significantly better than most OLEDs, meaning you can actually use this in moderately bright rooms without the picture washing out like you'd see with traditional OLED panels. Samsung's Object Tracking Sound Pro creates impressive spatial audio from the built-in speakers, though like any premium TV, you'll want proper external audio to match the visual quality. The viewing angles are perfect like all OLEDs. You can watch from anywhere in the room and get consistent picture quality. What makes the S95F #1 is that it takes OLED's traditional strengths, perfect blacks, infinite contrast, perfect viewing angles, and addresses OLED's traditional weaknesses with brighter highlights and better performance in lit rooms. You're getting the best of both OLED and QLED technologies combined into one display. The color volume is exceptional, meaning colors stay saturated and accurate even in bright scenes. Gaming performance is outstanding with support for all the latest features and that high refresh rate. Like all OLEDs, there's still technically a risk of burn-in with static content over extremely long periods. Though Samsung has implemented protective measures, and modern OLEDs are far more resistant than earlier generations. For someone who wants the absolute best picture quality Samsung offers, does a mix of movie watching and gaming, and has the budget for a premium display, the S95F delivers everything. It's bright enough for normal rooms, has perfect blacks for movie watching, is fast and responsive for gaming, and looks absolutely gorgeous displaying any content. That combination of no-compromise OLED performance with brightness levels and anti-glare capabilities that exceed traditional OLED makes it the best overall Samsung TV you can buy right now.